For the next 10 minutes, we're going to do a demo of the Tower platform. In fact, we have three different interfaces. We have one for the administrator, where you can do all the configuration of the platform. Then another one for the advisor. That's the one that we're going to show you today. And then a third one that is to do with the customer. So focusing on the advisor, with Tower platform, you can provide different type of services. You can provide advisory services, also discretionary portfolio management, and execution only. So the three services in one platform. Obviously, you have a significant economies of scale, and then the approach to the client as a one single unit, I think, is quite good. The first thing that the financial advisor sees when they enter the platform is what we call the 360-degree dashboard. So in this dashboard, you have full control of all the activity related to you as an advisor. So you've got assets under management, customers, portfolios, proposals. You can switch from one to the other, and then everything gets refreshed, and then you can zoom in on any of these items. So if you want to see your largest portfolio, or you want to see a specific type of service, you can just zoom in and then do a depth analysis. Now, the system generates lots of information, such as alerts, notifications, also chats with the customer, between the customer and advisor. So all this information will appear here in these bubbles. And this translates in what we call monitors. So you can have client monitors, which are to do with the commercial side of the business, and also the portfolio monitors, which are more to do with the compliance side. So what we want to achieve is to allow the financial advisor to proactively generate business through the customers or with the customers by using actively the monitor. Now, on the left-hand side, you've got quite a few options to manage this information, alerts, how to generate reports, how to schedule deliveries, then digital onboarding or working with prospects as well, the possibility of creating marketing campaigns, then a detailed analysis of the income that the financial advisor is generating from their clients, and also other tools like model portfolios, simulations, and so on. Now let's go for a specific client. So I entered the client file, and this is the first thing that I see. I've got 3 alerts that have triggered. Then I have one pending proposal that I sent to the client, and I'm still waiting for the client to sign the document, and I don't have any chat open. So chat between the financial advisor and the web portal of the client. But first of all, allow me to show you a top-down view of the wealth of the client. So I go open this drop-down and I go to global balance sheet, and this is a top-down view of the overall wealth of the client. So we've got assets, and within assets you have traded assets and non-traded assets. So you've got investments, art and jewelry, cash, real estate, other assets. All these categories can be configured for you. And then on the other hand, you've got liabilities, mortgages or debts, credit cards, whatever. So all in all, we've got the overall position of this client. Now, on this side, we've got the cash flow, which is extremely important when it comes to financial planning. So we've got income and expenses, and then this will give us the saving capacity of the client. And this saving capacity is extremely important if you want to plan ahead. So you can set your goals, and then with this excess of cash that you generate every month, you can build your wealth. Right? So this is what we call the global balance sheet. Now, if we go back to the overall client file, then we can open more details, personal information, client type. So this is to do with the profiling of the client. We've got the questionnaire when you're doing the onboarding, know your client, anti-money laundering, profiling questionnaires and everything. So this will translate in a number of different products that can be invested by the client. And then underneath, you've got further options like monitoring, portfolios, goal summary. Let me just show you a little bit. Monitoring is to do with alerts. So it tells me that the client has a pending alert on the proposal. Also, 2 of the portfolios are out of profile. So this is not in line with compliance. Then portfolios, we'll look at that in a second. Then goal summary. This is very important. And remember, the global balance sheet gives us the saving capacity, and then you can plan ahead. So the client wants to retire, and then the client has another objective longer term for a specific project. So you can have multi-goal plans, one on top of the other, and we can do a tracking at the individual project level, and then tracking on the overall project of the client. Then every time we generate a proposal, we have a full repository where we track every single detail of the proposal, the status, the expiration, whether it's been signed or the execution. Everything has to be very much recorded. Touchpoint is something that we added recently, and it's to do with the relationship with the client. Every step, like for example, the client completes the digital onboarding, then we initiate the service with the client. We have a quarterly review when we generate a proposal. We never whenever we have a touch point with the client, we'll have a new touch point here added to the list. Then we have a chat. So if the client wants to get in touch with us, we will have a notification on our side, so we can establish an online conversation with them, and also we can activate a video conference anytime. Now, let's go back to portfolios. We have different type of portfolios. We can have portfolios from the main custodian. So usually we build an interface with the custodian of the bank. Let's say BNY Mellon. We build the interface and we have a flow directly into the tower system. But also we can have external custodians. We have a number of partners that we leverage on, and we can establish links with more than 200 banks. And we will get the information on a daily basis and update the tower system. So we have not only the money that we have in our bank or in our institution, but what the client has outside. Then in addition to that, we can have virtual portfolios. And this is to do with the financial planning projects that we were talking about before. So in this particular case, the client has a retirement project. We will be saving towards retirement on this project in particular. So multiple possibilities. And then finally, the possibility of do an overall aggregation. So we have 3 portfolios, and then we can aggregate into the total wealth of the client. And then it will give you an overall view of the situation of the client. Now, this possibility of aggregation can be done at the client level, or you can mix different members of the family. So a householding, so you can add the father, the mother, and the 2 sons all in once and have your overall wealth of the family. Now, just to finish, I would like to show you how easy it is to generate a report. Now, I'm going to open a portfolio. We have lots of the information, but the important thing is to go here, and we can do a quick report, which is by default a 12 pages report, very detailed, but sometimes you want something a bit more custom. So you come to this option, and then I'm going to do basic portfolio report. From different layouts, you choose one between dates, current year, and continue. Then I want to have a cover, which is this one. And then from the list of pages, not interested on this one, not interested on this. So 2 pages, the cover and the performance analysis, and then PDF format, and we generate the report. Then you can do the configuration of the report, you can save it, and then you can order the delivery of this report to the client account on a regular basis, maybe every week or every month. And this is the look and feel. Portfolio report, long-term equity, analysis periods, and then time-weighted return, local currency with inflows, outflows, market difference, different time frames, and then the performance on a monthly basis and accumulated. And it only takes a few seconds to do the configuration of this. You agree, and then you can order the delivery automatically.